Ndo nafika fika. Pia.
Mkoje lakini?
Niko poa.
Tuko poa.
Juma, mambo.
Poa sana.
Unaingia tu kitema wadau.
Mko na furaha aje leo mazee?
Inaonekana
hii wiki leo basi vitu zimewaka blue. Hizi vitu lazima zimewaka. Ukiona watu wana furaha hivyo.
Ni asubuhi mazee. Kwani nini unataka tuhuzunika asubuhi?
Mimi sijasema mhuzunike. Kuna siku zingine mnaingianga hapa. Zile mnaingianga hapa hadi na wahurumia. Unasikia watu hawana kasaik,
venye sijakuanga.
Wewe tukiwa na wewe unajua sessions lazima zikuwe za 3 hours.
Acha tupige 3 hours basi.
Mbona sasa?
Mimi tunaingianga details. Unajua mara nyingi shida inakonga time. Kama tungekuanga na time tungekuwa tunazifanya in details by the way.
Juma ona, si tutafute tu account ya Zoom ni nini?
Tunaweza lipia
premium si
tunaweza lipia. Shida yangu saa zingine inakonga time but naweza tafuta tukue tunafanya hadi majioni, si lazima ikuwe morning peke yake.
Like nikuulize Juma, most of your work ni nini? Si ni trade.
But sasa kuna
uko client wako ona like wabue leo nafanya 12 hours.
Okay.
Uko na client wako tu hapo. Mnaangalia chat in detail ama uko na wanafunzi wako tu online. Unaangalia tu chat in detail. Unamaliza nayo like mkirudi hapo hata uache huo student peke yake.
Ama Juma tuseme tu in short.
Naona mmenipangia leo. Naona leo mmenipangia.
The opinions. Mimi nasema yani for somebody to master skill, tuseme tu a skill, Kenya unataka kumaster kabisa, yani you become perfect at that skill, like ina deserve some hours. Inataka hours mingi sana. Yenye unaona tukipiganga hapa hivi asubuhi una contribute skill inabuildiwa like inside you like kila siku. So the more tunaongeza the more time pia like
very true. Tutaongeza basi time. Tuongeze pia watch list yetu kwa wenye wanakuwa hawapendi watch list yetu. Ama hello
synthetic sasa.
Wacha tusipeleke newbies kwa synthetics kwanza. Wacha tuwapeleke tu pole pole. Ama namna gani? Unajua siku hizi nikasi jiwange screen gani inafaa kushare. Ukiona screen mbaya mniambie. Unaona screen gani? Naona Wycliffe sawa. Naona Wycliffe amerudi. Wycliffe karibu tena. Ulikuwa umeenda wapi?
Ni ajeni.
Poa sana.
Mimi sasa sahihi, mimi ni comrade sasa.
Sawa. Karibu mazee tuchape hii kitu. Naona Janet mambo.
Poa.
Obed Magoma, niaje?
Niko poa sana, ukwaje?
Mimi niko fiti. Sam naona uko ndani. Sheila, hello. Sheila tusikii ama kwa ziara zake. Ameendea chai. Morning. Today you have let your guard down.
Very sorry.
Wewe ndio unakwanga ukigadi group na leo sijui ulienda wapi?
Leo nimeamua nitengeneze breakfast kwanza.
Wewe umejua hapa tunaishi. Nijue ile session ya saa 4. Sawa basi. So guys, this is what we have for today. We do have tunaangalianga tuka overview ka news, not in depth, but venye tumesema maybe tutaongeza time tuko tunaangalia hizi vitu pia in depth because they're important. but already hizi mnaona hapa juu zisha expire, so I don't think ni za muhimu for today, though it's always good to know, especially the ones that zinajirudianga kama kina PMI. Those are very important news to know. So hata kama wewe si wa fundamental traders, it's good you go through it to jua what's important. Na kuna siku tulikuwa napitia hapa nasikia watu wakiuliza what is NFP, what is FOMC. Those are the basic things that every trader should know before they start even trading. So yeah, karibu sana. Today we do not have high volatility news. However, we do have still news. So we cannot again ignore the fact that we have news. Just that we do not have high volatility news except for natural gas. I doubt if anyone does trade this, but at times it does affect the US oil, the UK oil, and the other oils, but not that much. So we'll keep an eye on it. We do have FOMC news as well. We'll be expecting some members to speak, so we'll be looking to see how it performs. But I'm not expecting any high volatility from that. But it's always good to watch out for anything that might happen in the market. So back to the charts. So guys, charts yetu nakaa hivi. Yeah. This is a good one. So Great Britain pound again, leo tumekonga tukipitia hizi vitu sana. So I think na leo because tunaenda kufunga wiki, leo ni Thursday, kesho Friday, there's not much to look at in these specific currency pairs, but just look at this. Tulikuwa tuna buy and we did buy. Mimi nikatokea hapa here na kaacha ikaran. I believe ili hit trailing stop loss yake, then tukaenda chini. Ama yani ulikuwa umefunga mapema?
Nilifunga mapema.
Wazi, but you remember me saying if the GU is selling at a JPPY might sell, but not in that high volatility, because Japanese yen si mbaya sana in terms of volatility sahi, gonna a bit of a strength, but yeah, we were expecting such something to happen, and it did sell. We'll be looking to see whether it challenges the lowest price before we look to make higher, to make lower lows. This is a 4 hours time frame. So we'll be looking for entries. This is a perfect time to get entries because we are in a retracement area, and like we said, we never want to sell when the price is very low, and then ipande kesho.
Zuma.
Sema Barkuto.
Kuna ebrudisha chat yenye umekuwa, kuna kitu nilitaka kupea hawa wase I wanted wajue.
The 4 hours.
The chat yenye imekuwa before.
Ndio.
Unaangalia kuhusu nini? Kuhusu resistance. Hello, mnani get?
Tunakusikia bro.
So ninasema unaona, the more the powerful the resistance, inakuanga the more yani reason to are not the past yenye ilikuwa ikipita sana. Yani the kama imeteka 3 months huko, lakini uko na resistance yenye ilifanyika for 1 month, ndio. That is more powerful than the resistance yenye ilikuwa 3 months ago, unaona?
Yeah, true.
So ukiangalia hiyo resistance zone yenye iko hapo, so unaona it was respected more than the yenye ili take place on 9th August. Unaona hiyo ya September 13th, it was more accurate than the other, si ndio? Mostly kama si wenye tuna trend followers, Jumi ufuata trend si intraday.
Okay.
Mimi ni mtu wa trend, so tunatumia most of the 4 hours.
Yes, Barkuto, napotea sasa. Yeah, okay, I do get what he's saying, and what he really means when we're looking support and resistance, tukiangalia SNR,
and that is one of the things
tunaangalia the recent one. Sijui tunapatana.
Tuko fiti.
Mko fiti?
Yeah.
So ndio nasema tukiangalia resistance tunaangalianga the previous one, like the immediate one, like on the left. Tukiangalia SNR, we do not look at zile happen kitambo. We look at the recent ones. Now, when we're looking at the recent one, that's why we use different time frames. We believe the monthly is stronger than the weekly is stronger than the daily is stronger than the 4 hours, blah, 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 until to the lower time frame. So what he's saying, I get it, and I think it's very clear to anyone. So we'll be looking to see whether we challenge this area. That is why we never suggested. So in 4 hours, this is what we'll be looking at as an intraday trader, because most of us are here, I believe. Tutakuwa tunaangalia whether we challenge this area to the downside, but if we do breach it to the downside, then tutakuwa tunaangalia sales. But that is something that might happen later during the week, or later during the day or tomorrow, or even the next week. So for this week, maybe before we close tomorrow, we'll be looking to see whether we challenge this area. So we'll be looking for buys. Again, make sure that you have good risk management on that currency pair. But our focus will be looking to see whether we go to challenge this area down here. So you got clear with that? Ati nini?
Alafu Juma.
Aha.
Hello Juma.
Tunakusikia.
So this week tu itabidi tu ni kwa nina participate kwa yani kusaidia wase wengine juu this week siko nini the trends that na follow aziko, so I'll be helping people kujua hizi charts, so I'll be adding some information. So again, kuna mumepitia pullback.
What tunapitia, so we'll be looking for more to that, but kwanza what tunapitia watch list yetu. Once we go through our watch list,
kuna hiyo pullback. Kwa hiyo GPP JPY. Ukiangalia there's immediate kuna pullback yenye it might take place, so kuna to the downside around 150.147 hapo. Itakuwa tunangoja the market ikihit hapo. That will be a very strong sell. Sijui kama mnaniget.
Yes, we do get you.
Yeah. So
Wycliffe, can you send in your chart? I'll send in his chart, alafu tunaweza angalia tu his chart vizuri.
Like, yeah?
Just
send in your chart. Unajua umesema 150.417. Unajua hadi mimi najaribu ku find that point niangalie 150.
Anamaanisha huku juu, like the retracement would retrace to the higher side kiasi before it goes down.
Ian.
Yeah, nimepata.
Unaona kwa Omeget
nimepata 150.
Yeah, tuma your analysis, your charts on the chart. Tutapitia. So we've been looking. So tumekuwa tukiangalia hii currency pair as well. Kumbukeni tulitoka on a daily time frame. Tukianza this how it looks, just to refresh your minds. We've been looking to see whether we breach this bar to the downside, and clearly we did. And I remember tulianzana nayo tukisema hapa hivi. This is where we were thinking we would go back and make higher highs, but we said once we breach this area, then we'll be looking for sales, and that is what exactly happened. And I gave a scenario on what happened with gold and some other few currency pairs. And once we did breach this area to the downside, jana tukiongea, I think we were somewhere here, because I did place this trade to the downside yesterday. I took my profit. However, I'm expecting to go lower. I'm expecting to challenge this area before this area. This is a very strong SNR area. If you look at it in a lower time frame, realize it's a very strong SNR area. However, we would Hatuna hizo. We don't do coins, we do dollars. Bwana. Ni nani wewe anaitisha coins? Ni nani anaitisha coins?
Coins ni nini?
Coins ni nini? Like, what's that? You guys are hilarious. Was it to mute mic kama tuko nini? So yeah, guys. So yeah, so we'll be looking to see whether we make. Ukiangalia in a lower time frame, that is 4 hours, you'd see that this is a strong SNR area. We did come up, but we did get this area is an SNR area. We did try to come down. It did hold above, however. So we'll be looking to see whether we challenge this area before we make even lower lows. Again, remember there will always be support and resistance. So some movement, some pullbacks, and so on and so on. So as we go down again, we'll be very careful. But if you did get your entries and haujatoka, then you're kind of safe. If you did get your first entries mahali tulikuwa tumesema on the beginning of the trend huku juu kabisa, before we did break out to the downside, then I believe you're safe. You could trade that for quite a number of days, weeks, or even months. But we're looking to see that. Again, remember, anything can happen. We could get some news and that might affect the market. And guys, before we continue, tuombe watu wa funding talent kama mimi. Jana walitoa the challenge model. So sad maze. So those who are using prop firms, I think it's high time pia tuangalie which good prop firms are there. But again, we cannot avoid these things. This will happen too. Si ni kweli? Kuna mtu mwingine ana trading na prop firm? Ian, bado?
Me live account yangu tu.
It's good maze. So I think tutakuwa tunaangalia vitu kama hizo. What else? Yeah, so we'll be looking to see whether
sisi watu wa Bitcoin
wenyewe watu wa Bitcoin tunaidump bado. Sisi hiyo tunadump bado.
Sisi tunateseka bana, wenye tuko na wale za Bitcoin tutulie sasa, tunyamaze.
Na kwanza ukilipwa na Bitcoin saa hii, kesho unapata ulilipwa 100 Gs, kesho unapata ishafika 50. China wakubali mambo ya Bitcoin sasa. So guys, in a daily time frame tutakuwa tuna target down here. This is a very strong SNR area in the GU. So that is it for the GU, unless kuna any different opinion on that. Your time is to kick out. Ama tutaunda session nyingine in case we need to get deep into that. This is the Aussie. So for the Aussie, we've been waiting to see whether we breach this area and even breach this area to the downside, because this area was not retested previously. So we might be retesting this area. We'll be looking to see how it performs. Yesterday it was a sell. It did sell. I remember when we were talking, we were around somewhere here, and we did sell because I'm still holding this trade. It's on a pullback. You'd want to add your positions. However, risk management is very important because we'll be looking to see whether we reach this area first before we even go down. Once we reach this area, then we'll be targeting the other bar before we even make lower lows. So we'll be looking to see whether we get good positions on that. So make sure risk management is very important. Manage your trades. And yeah, unless there is another question, again, we'll be looking to see. Remember, this is SNR area we were talking about, Ian, on the team. Tukasema it was a very strong one because tulika hapa, we were looking to see whether we breach this bar. They said once we do breach this bar to the downside, we'll be looking for sales, and that is what exactly happened. Yeah, we actually did get a very good price action because we tried to breach this area again to the upper side. We were unable. We held below this trend line, and then we did come down and got a discount. Like we always say, we never sell when the price is low because we want to make profits. Kesho price ikipanda tutakuwa tunalia. So if you miss the trades for yesterday and the previous day, then it's high time that you got some good entry positions. You looked at that keenly, and maybe you get a good, very good entry positions to make even lower lows, or even add positions for that matter. This is 1 hour. In 4 hours, this is how it looks. So unless again kuna issue na Aussie, I think Aussie is good. Sijui kama tuko pamoja hadi hapo, sikuwa najiongelesha. Sheila, unanyita?
Mimi niko sawa.
Malin,
najua ngoja discount.
Malin, najua next week naona tuongoza. Yeye inamaanisha nini?
Yes,
I will try.
You'll try. I like that. Janet. Janet, utakuwa PA. Utakuwa PA wa MM. Kwanza nyinyi mko tu hata mnaweza kutana by the way. Guys, I can hook you up. Anyway, like in a forex way. So in the Euro USD again it performed like we were expecting. Just the same we've been looking at. Tumekuwa tukiangalia to see whether we breach this bar to the downside. We did, and remember we had some good double bottoms here. We were trying to see whether we breach them, and we did. Though hatujaenda far sana, so we could get some retracement. Itapanda kiasi. We get the discount like we always talk about because we're in that very sensitive area. Let me try to. Sheila, tulisema wewe ndio mtu ateka hapa ama? So
directions.
Itabidi watu show directions za vitu tutatafuta. Shida ni hata tujui zinaitwa aje. So as you can see, we are still in this bar. We are still around this bar. So we'll be very careful to watch out. This means that the retracement can be a bit inaweza kuwa kubwa, but again guys, there's something called fear. Mimi najua wasee hapa wanajua kuanalyze charts, but ile courage ya get in and getting out, taking losses or taking profits in time, najua ina challenging watu wengi sana. So I think ufai kuachwa na hizi trades zote maze, unafaa kuwa unaangalia what is going on before uachwe na hizi trades. Because they're very beautiful setups. If you do get them, they're very beautiful setups. So tutakuwa tunaangalia tuone kama tutaget retracements. If we do, we'll look at good entry positions again. So we'll want to see that the retracements or the pullbacks are exhausted. Sijui kama tunaelewana. We do not get in very early as well. We wait to see that the pullbacks are exhausted before we do get our sells on that currency pair. So saizi I would say bado nikachanga kidogo, but again don't be very late alafu upata ishaenda. So we'll be looking to see how that performs as well. USD CAD, for the longest time tumekuwa tukiangalia USD CAD. Jana I think tukifanya analysis tulikuwa mahali hapa. Yeah, right. Yeah, we were somewhere here. We did get some good buys yesterday. However, tumekuwa tukisema that we're expecting to see whether we'll make it to the high highs, and once we breach this area to the upper side, we'll be looking to see whether we make high highs. The reason why USD CAD is on a buy right now is because again the rest are selling. If we looked, and remember when we were talking about correlation, and I gave an example of this currency pair to be specific. And if you looked at CAD USD, you'd see that it's a similar setup, just that this is an inverted one. I'm just trying to make everything seem simple. From zile vitu unaingianga YouTube unaona ni complex, unasikia msee mwingine anaongelea sijui nini, unaona msee amechoranisha ma trend lines, mwingine ako na Fibonacci, mwingine ako na nini, and you're confused. I'm trying to make this very simple so that before hata uanze kutumia any tool, you already know what the overview of the market, you already know what's expected of you. Sijui kama tunapatana. So for this currency pair again, if we do buy the USD, what do we call it? The USD CAD, then we'll be looking to short this position. We'll be looking to short this position. So I'll be looking for entries, and I'm expecting some little retracements before I get in. But again, once I breach this area, I'll be looking to see whether I'll make lower lows to this point. So the first thing is to get my entries right. I'll look into that in depth and see where I would set my stop loss in case the trade goes against me. Again, guys, risk management is something that we talk. Trading is not just about charts. It's about psychology. It's about knowing how to manage your trades. Sometimes unaweza kuwa very right on your analysis, but utolewa na kitu ka emotions, utolewa na kitu kama stop losses, because there are people who set stop losses on the wrong places every now and then. Na trade inakuja na hit stop loss alafu inaenda venye alikuwa na expect. Sijui kama kuna mtu shame happen here cause mimi mazee. Hebu hapo kwa chat hebu sema kama ushaitolewa na stop loss. Stop loss yani badala ya ikusaidie inakuwaste. Ama ni mimi peke yangu.
Alafu Juma. Unajua niko na kitu inanitatanisha hapo. Unajua Euro USD support nyingine iko wapi?
Euro USD.
Najua tumetoka hapo lakini unajua support nyingine iko wapi kweli?
Waacha tuangalie hapo. Tumesema yako tunaangalia yako in a daily time frame. In a daily time frame hivi ndio inakaa. Sijui kama unaniona. This is how it looks in a daily time frame. So once we do break this area to the downside, this is the daily. This is the daily.
The next support.
Yes, this is the daily next support. Daily to be specific. Meaning if we went to a lower time frame, of course tutapata a lower elim.
Yeah.
Kwanza wewe ndio ungenisaidia hapa. Tukienda in a lower time frame,
rudi daily. Rudi daily na zoom in.
Check.
Corona, give me this resistance, the next resistance.
Acha nimchore.
Iko hivyo sita move sasa.
Wapi na wapi mko?
This resistance here. Hapa juu yake hapo kwa hizo weight. That's the most appropriate area tutakuwa na the next support Juma.
Why do
you hapo ndo tu polarity?
Do you see like market may retrace from the lower side, may retrace from there. It move up, it retrace from there, and then before it broke above it. That's why I'm looking to find my next support in this market.
Oh, that will form.
The previous resistance hapo ndo ilichange ikakuwa support, lakini hatujai confirm hiyo support.
Haijai confirmed.
So watu walitoka hapo tu na nguvu. So sellers wanafaa kurudi tena hapo ndo to confirm tena.
I get you.
So
but
we look at support and resistance from the most recent, ndio?
Yes.
So the new mature hapo chini is not the most recent. Yenye iko hapo juu yake ndio the most recent.
Elim.
Yeah.
Tutapitia support and resistance tena tuangalie, tutakuwa na webinar ya support and resistance basi tuangalie. This tukienda, let's assume this was a buy.
Yeah. Yenyewe kweli that is the nakupata sana hapo bro, like ni hapo ndo the higher low. Ndio tukaform the next high.
Sijui kama kuna mtu anafanya haya. To assume tunapanda kwa hii market. When will be our next resistance? Resistance yetu itakuwa hapa ama hapa juu? Hapa ama hapa juu?
Acha mimi nikuelezea kitu moja. Mimi naweza amini hapa hivi ndio itakuwa the next resistance kwanza. Alafu hii ni liquidity tu. Penye tuna form, penye kuna buy stop liquidity. Hapa juu kuna watu wameweka buy stop zao sana. Like kuna hapo sponsorship tu. Tukishavuka hapo hiyo place kuna watu wanatusponsor tuende the next place kama hapa hivi.
Acha kwa.
Your view.
Yeah, this will be our next support resistance. However, vile umesema kutakuwa na buy stops, kutakuwa na orders mingi na kutakuwa na indication that this is a buy. So the market, instead of doing that, as the player, I will take your buy stops and then ni wame close nikuje chini. So that is form a support and resistance. Sijui kama tunaelewana. We will look into that in depth. We look tutaangalia, ndio umesema tutakuwa na webinar.
Lakini Juma, ndio maana mimi naongojeanga hivi. Ndio maana mimi naongojeanga hivi.
But before tufike hapo as intraday traders tukumbuke, before like intraday traders tukumbuke hapa katikati kuna a lot of support and resistance. So it will not be that over smooth selling. Yeah. That is in a daily time frame. Mtu mwenye good money hapo itakuwa easy for them. So again, that was the inversion of Euro USD. That is how it looks now. So we'll be looking to see, once to hit this area, we will instead retrace. Hata tunaweza angalia hizi examples ziko hapa, like what we've been experiencing here. Tulikuja, tukahit hapa, like hii ndio ilikuwa resistance yetu. Actually tuli break. So kuna msee ali believe this market is already selling. Aka get in. What happened? We did buy and we bought big. These are daily time frame. So in 4 hours this big. Sijui kama tunapatana.
Yeah.
Tukarudi kwa ile area yenye tulikuwa previously. So so I think we can get into depth with this, but it's a good insight, it's a good conversation. I like this. Ndio mali si clear kwangu unanielezea, mali si clear kwako na kuelezea, but I think that is the best thing we can do with the support and resistance thing is make a meeting for it, a webinar to analyze in depth. However, that is good. So Kenya tumesikizana tu ni ati we are selling euro USD after some retracement right now. Sio kweli?
Yeah,
good.
Tupate movements. Nauliza swali, hebu tutakava hiyo later. USD card tulikuwa tumepitia hii, tukasema we will be buying and tukasema card USD itakuwa ina sell. So tunaangalia some sort of resistance kidogo hapa, I mean retracement before we do get our buys, then to make higher highs. We could go back up to this trend line, so we'll be careful to see how that performs as well. USD JPY, hii ndio ile market tulikataa kuingia jana, tulisema it's already overbought. Tulisema it's already overbought, lakini buyers ni akina nani? Wakaamua sisi tunafanya ile Alisema tusitishwe sisi.
Sema wako like Allah hamtaki kubai, yani hamdai, wacha tuwaonyeshe. So washatuacha. Hawasema chezi na sisi, washatuacha. Tukiangalia in a weekly time frame, again wako in a very strong SNR area. So I think bado it will be a bit foolish for us to get into this market. Tuseme tuko na currency pairs nyingi za kuangalia, si lazima tuingie kwa hii, tuongee tu kweli. I know
yanze unataka kuingia saa hii.
I know the form or the fear of missing out. Hata mimi nanishikanga niko like sinaweza capture hizo pips before hit up, alafu so hiyo kujicontrol bana ndio important. That is why I'm telling you guys, you can be very right, trades zikutoe na hata jana
RSI yake by the overbought iko 72.49. Alafu on the 4 hour mimi naona kuna rami pattern inaanza kuform hapo juu. Mtu anaanza kufikiria kubai. Well good. Buy.
Wewe nunua, alafu sisi tutakuuzia.
Character development.
Sisi tukiangalia hivi masaa zingine tunaweza amua kukuuzia. Ukinunua tuone bei yako iko sawa, we will consider you. We will we cannot let you down. We will consider you. Elim. Unaonaje wewe? Tununue hiyo kitu ama tuachane nayo?
Nayo.
Wacha ikae.
Ikibreach hiyo zone.
Sasa
tunashikilia.
Hapo ndio if you can't beat them, join them.
Naona weekly ni kama ikijaribu kumake hiyo highs.
Na penye iko ni crucial mbaya sana.
So like hata kuuza, hata wewe kuniuzia, wewe niuzie.
Sasa
bei yako akuze iko sawa. Itanunua baadaye.
Hebu imagine. Hapa ndio ulituacha. Unakumbuka tukichora hizi maziro?
Juma. Hebu enda daily. Hebu enda daily.
Situfanye hivi. Tukutane after dakika 2. Tuongeze time. Tukutane after dakika 2. Si sawa? 2 minutes turudi. Tutatumia same link. Sawa.